Friends, let me congratulate UNIDO for organizing this event and what you're going to launch in the next few minutes is something so important, so topical, and so relevant, at the same time so forward-looking that it couldn't have been done on any other time which would have been better than this. As we all know, almost the world is completely shut down. No skies are empty, so are the roads, and so are the tracks. The shops are closed, the businesses are closed, but it's a time for mind to open. It's a time when we can think about what's the best way to deal with this health emergency that is being faced by each one of us. Those who are affected, they are health-wise, they are suffering from it, and those who are taking preventive steps like you and me are also affected because we are confined to our own homes and we are not able to go out, and therefore our normal activities are definitely affected. But as I said, the mind is open and it opens the huge possibilities of how, when the whole world will open, how should we take advantage of that new world that is going to emerge out of this pandemic. The small industries, by definition, they are the most vulnerable ones because of the size, because of the scale of operations, because of their limited financial, managerial, administrative resources. They are not able to cope with difficulties that are forced on them. It is difficult in normal times for them to survive, but they don't have the capacity to deal with something which is as extraneous, as unexpected as this, and therefore they really need to find out how can they survive to begin with, and then how can they grow. I remember in 2008, after the great financial crisis, and I've said it many times, but I repeat again because that's something which I cannot forget it, is the world, particularly the Western world, felt that they must protect their own banks. And they said, these banks are too big to fail. And I was in the US at the same time speaking on some SME forum. And I said at that time, which is I think relevant even today, that they are too big to fail, that we are protecting them. But small industry is so small to survive. They are big, too big to fail, but we are too small to survive. And therefore, we must take care of them because big banks are necessary, because they are the icons of financial stability and financial activity. But more importantly, the foundation of all this is small scale businesses. The small scale business supports large businesses. As you talked about supply chains, they are the most integral and a starting point of that supply chain. They are the ones who are the lifelines, not just supply chains. They supply, as in our body, the heart gets blood from different veins. They are the ones who are actually the supplying that critical input for the economy. And therefore, making small scale industries survive is the most important part of a public policy. And therefore, I'm very happy that you are launching this program, a portal, a knowledge portal, hand-holding, guiding the small scale industries, exposing them to the new reality, sharing best practices with them from different parts of the world, and in a process, not just educate them, not just enlighten them, but strengthen their ability to deal with any contingency. And therefore, I really want to thank you, congratulate you. And UNIDO has been doing a phenomenal job. all over the world. In fact, when it was first set up, the world was completely different. The small countries becoming independent, colonial rule was ending, and those who benefited from the industrial revolution, and that's why they colonized to sell their products, they were retreating. At that time, there was a felt need that we must provide support to the developing countries. And that's how the UNIDO was born. But I'm glad over a period of time, UNIDO has gone through transition, has reinvented itself. And as we just heard, issues related to energy, related to environment, related to waste management, related to productivity, all the issues are being dealt with by the UNIDO and done it in a very remarkable manner. I'm saying this with my personal experience. I used to be the senior advisor to the Director General of UNIDO in Vienna, when Carlos Megarinos was the Director General. I was also Minister of Industries twice. First in 1996, and then I was a Minister for Commerce and Industry only until about a few months ago. And therefore, I was also responsible for UNIDO as part of my various responsibilities in the ministry. Then I was also Minister for Heavy Industry and Public Enterprise separately, in amongst my 10 different positions, cabinet positions. So I dealt with auto policy. Then as a Minister of Environment, I dealt with UNIDO. As a Minister of Energy, I dealt with UNIDO. And I've dealt with UNIDO in many forms, including even when I was the Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers, I should deal with UNIDO because we're dealing with some aspect of that. But why I'm saying this, so it's my personal experience, I know it. How UNIDO has done a great job and therefore it has the ability to deal with this. In India, you have worked on cluster development, you have worked on many other issues, and therefore I'm very happy that you are now working on launching this important initiative. May I request you that, as you correctly pointed out, the industry, small industry, is too fragmented by definition. They're not only small, they are micro. So they are too small, sometimes even for people to notice. So first is to give them visibility. In the economic landscape of the world, their importance is mentioned on some few occasions, but not fully realized. In fact, the exports, employment, all of the contribution of small scale sector is far, far better. In fact, if you look at it globally, the large companies acquire small companies because they know there is a talent in that company. The innovation happens there. So my request to UNIDO would be that let's work on providing visibility, number one. Number two, small industries have capabilities, but not always ability to take it to the logical conclusion. A good example is startup. India is now the third largest ecosystem for startups in the world. They have great ability. They think very differently, and that's why they come out with innovation. If you think in a regimented manner, you can never come out with an innovation. But having reached that level, they need a lot of support after that. So as a Commerce and Industry Minister, I had to organize on 6th of December, 2 years ago, I had organized the first ever roundtable. We invited global funds to come to India to help the small industries. I had invited to invite all the top regulators on one side of the table, sitting with on the other side the startup community, and also in middle, we as a government, as the guardian, we used to sit in and try to help them out. But regulations are outdated. Not always, but many times. Why? Because regulated a particular regime, a particular time span. The very fact that startups are thinking differently, and that's why they're successful, obviously they're not following the regime. So we need regulation to understand this. And I think UNIDO can play a role as a neutral body, because UNIDO is United Nations family. It can actually play a role of a guidance for both regulators as well as industry, and try to come out with a new age regulation, like a model regulation for fintech, for healthcare, for many areas like that. And no one can dispute the fact that we don't need regulation. We need even more regulation. Because when we are dealing with health, we need regulation. In fintech, when we are dealing with somebody else's money, we need very strong regulation. But regulation must capture the realities of today. And therefore, UNIDO can play a very useful role in that. The third, and I think I'm just thinking aloud, and therefore I'm just saying 1, 2, 3, I'm not prepared anything. I'm just saying the technological input that a small scale industry would need. One small scale industry will emerge out of technology. They're technology startups. But those who are doing other normal old economic businesses, they also would need technology infusion for them to succeed in future. And to do that, we probably, as we used to do earlier, I know the earlier times, UNIDO used to specialize in this. Can you think about, in this portal itself, you can probably add those dimensions of various kind of technological aspects that the business can actually work on. Another part, and that's a very important part, is creating new supply chains, adding new value chains. India is a very successful example of being beneficiary as well as creator of some supply chains. For example, in pharmaceuticals, in generics, it's a different matter now that those companies who are making generics, they're actually not just making formulations anymore, but they develop new drug delivery system, new molecules. So they are really climbed the value chain. But initially, India became part of that, and that's how it grew. Another is good example is auto components. But I think in the post-COVID area, COVID phase, there will be new supply chains which will emerge. And for that, UNIDO can play a key role in making those supply chains a reality in which we can actually make small scale industry part of it and also give them training as to how to succeed in it. Other part which I mentioned, I have started, and that was the financing part. I think we should try to bring the financials of the world through a very structured program which UNIDO must organize for the benefit of small scale industries. Because small scale industries normally work on borrowed money. The debt equity ratio is not always helping small industries. Their working capital requirement comes from the banking system, but for their own equity and sometimes for their own term debt, they go to private and other individuals. Can we prepare a sort of a system wherein they can meet each other, and even probably in this portal itself, we can add some dimension to that. I think the future world will rely mainly on environmental issues. The world has realized the perils of not paying enough attention to the natural capital of the world, not taking enough action on climate change, not changing energy mix adequately, not dealt with different kinds of waste, whether it is human waste, industrial waste, municipal solid waste. We have not dealt with it very effectively. So I think the post-COVID world will have to deal with these issues because it's going to come to Bruce. We cannot afford to ignore it anymore. So the new businesses can focus on these areas. Firstly, to work in the environment sphere itself, do your business activity in that sphere. But secondly, whatever other businesses you're doing, environmental issues will have to be mainstream into your businesses. And to do that, again, the guidance from UNIDO will be very useful. I can go on and on, but I know You have a very important and very interesting panel to go on. I also to go for some other program. But I can assure you one thing, that I have explained to you my closeness and relationship with UNIDO. So please count on my support for anything that I can do. In any capacity, I can discharge my responsibility towards such a noble cause. And I'll be very happy to do that anytime you call me to do my job. But also remember one thing, that Indian entrepreneurship is quite robust and they are really quite competent people. I'm really very, very proud of my fellow small scale industry fraternity. My only request is, what they really need is moral support, physical support, financial support, technical support. As I lack financial, so I can only say I can give moral support. UNIDO, I know it's not a financing agency, but it can facilitate it by bringing people together. Convening power of UNIDO is huge. The acceptability of UNIDO is universal. The respect for UNIDO is in all quarters. So I think you can do that job very effectively. Let me thank you for once again for doing this program and thank you for inviting me. I also congratulate all the fellow panelists. I could have just seen who are the panel, and I can see some of them are my colleagues from the ministries that I have held responsibility with. So I wish them well and look forward to this portal becoming a new engine for growth for small scale industry. This should be the point of first call. It's like whenever you need any problem, you keep opening your religious book. Whether it's Gita, Bible, Quran, something else. I think we should click the portal and see what is the reference I should get from the problems I'm facing today. I hope it becomes like that. I really look forward to working with you closely. Congratulating you once again. All the best to you.
Thank you so much, Suresh sir, and thank you for acknowledging and having such kind words for UNIDO's endeavors and for your enlightening insights. I would request you to please launch the portal for us now by playing the video.
Since I am far away from where you are, and each one of us are far away from each other, I request you to please play the video and take it as a launch by me.
Thank you.
Building Business Back from Crisis of COVID-19, an initiative of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization to support the restart, recovery and revival of the MSMEs, the backbone of Indian economy, through B3C, Building Business Back from Crisis, a knowledge and collaboration initiative to get MSMEs going, leaving barriers behind. Listen, reflect, prepare and implement. Provides a roadmap to get out of crisis, captures the opportunity to improve key business areas. Hands-on tips and hints through tutorials, supportive fact sheets and checklists, supported by expert webinars.